Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use the Ladybug Windrows, which is a tool that comes with, or that you can install for Rhino and Grasshopper, so that you can visualize weather data, especially wind data. So to get started with that, I've started with opening Rhino, and I'm going to open Grasshopper. You can do that by typing in Grasshopper in your command bar, and it will open up Grasshopper. And then from there, I'm going to drag in a Grasshopper script. So I have here a folder with all my Ladybug Grasshopper scripts. I'm going to drag in Windrows 1.0, and I'm going to hide my Windows Explorer window. So this is the Grasshopper script that will allow you to visualize the Windrows analysis. Now we're going to go to step one, and that's downloading and loading the EPW file. So you can download EPW files from energyplus.net/weather, and then you have to assign them here in this file component. So I've already gone ahead and downloaded these files. So I can right-click here on the file component and select one existing file. So in this case, I'm going to take the Phoenix climate data, and this is going to populate the environmental data in here. It's going to go into this big Ladybug processing component, and then from there on, we're going to connect the data onto the Windrows component. So you don't have to change any of these components and their connections. We're just going to follow the steps and customize our Windrows analysis the way you need it. So after step one, loading the data, we're going to select here in step two what analysis period we're going to pick. So if we zoom on this component, there's a drop down that allows you to pick the different seasons. So summer, winter, spring, autumn, or you can go for the full year. You have to zoom out a little bit because that's a lot of data. Or you can pick a custom analysis period. So the seasons are already configured to go from the 21st of the start of the season month to the 21st of the end, but you can pick a custom analysis. So, and that will also allow you to pick certain hours of the day to analyze. So if I'm going to look here, I could pick from the 8th of July, starting hour 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and then going to November the 8th and ending at, say, 6 in the morning. So it's really a nighttime analysis, and that's going to plug right into our Windrows component over there. So to do a custom analysis, I do have to select in this drop-down custom, and that'll allow you to analyze both day or night. Then there's a couple things that you can do to adjust your Windrows. So by default, the north is aligned with the y-axis, which is a green line in Rhino. So if you loaded in your data and you're using a different north axis in your model, you can use this slider to rotate and align this with your existing axis. I'll leave it to 0 because in my model, green is north. And then you can also use the Windrows location. You can move it around by selecting this point component, and you'll see they'll have a gumball arrows that'll appear here, and that means you can slide it around. So that's helpful in case you have geometry here in the middle, or you want to move the Windrows around in your model to see how it's going to be impacted by certain buildings. And then finally, there's a slider here that'll allow you to make the whole diagram bigger or smaller, so you can adjust it to your needs. And then there's two toggles here that you can use. The toggle that goes with show column rows, it'll make a little bit of an allowance for starting at 0 wind speed. You see if this is turned off, you'll see that the start of your wind speed kind of legend starts at not 0. So I'm going to enable this so we start from 0. And then there's a show frequency, and this is just a different way of visualizing it. Right now, it shows you in the concentric circles what is more frequent. So you'll see here that the wind from the east is much more frequent than wind from the north. If I turn this on, it's no longer breaking this up into smaller steps based on the wind speed. It's just going to take an average of one particular wind direction, and it's going to show the frequency in one full color, where otherwise it's going to break it up into smaller components. So that's it. That's all you need to know about the Windrows component. You don't need to touch any of the standard analysis periods. You just start with step 1, assign a weather file. Step 2, assign your analysis period, and then you can fine tune here. That's it. Thank you.